What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Cheeto here on Valhalla C1, live for the Going Ghost Local Division versus Nightly Koalas. I'm joined by your boy Outsurge from Ice Age 4 Division and Sleepy on the Cams. How are we doing today, Outsurge?
I'm great and ready to watch some hopefully fantastic gameplay here.
That is what we like to hear. So, I mean, we are jumping straight into the game here today. These teams going ghost right now, 2-0. Nightly Koalas are 1-1 as of currently. And we are going to see Gilgamesh and Kali bans, as well as Athena and Tiamat bans. How do you feel about the bans running up so far?
I think three of them are quite normal, and unless someone has to play Kali on the side of Koalas, right?
Yeah, surely. And I mean, we are going to see a Rama ban as well, which is quite unusual. I mean, Rama has definitely come a lot more into the meta recently.
Yes.
With the bow builds becoming a thing again, early picking up Icavol and Atlanta's bow, and then going into crit, it's made auto attackers a lot stronger. Rama, I mean, he is strong in that build, but I mean, you see more Artemis because of her auto attack stim buff.
Well,
Um,
Rom has the same thing on his too. I actually
yeah,
think Rom gets more attack speed than Artemis.
I believe after the buff, I think Artemis is actually quite a bit stronger
I can.
after the buff on this patch. We are going to see Nightly Crawlers ban out the Silver and Morrigan is going to be locked in first pick for Going Ghost. Not really a god I'd have gone to straight away. I know that Going Ghost Jay does play Morrigan, and we are going to see that Morgan Le Fay hovered. Obviously, just a little bit troll. Although she is playable in ranked right now, she currently isn't playable in the league. That is along with the god Persephone. Um, what I am surprised is that a soul hasn't been locked in here. The god is just absolutely broken. You get so much pressure, you can flex her into ADC or into and we are going to see an Odin locked in for Nightly Koalas. Um,
So,
Odin, yeah, I mean, another one of those gods that has come out in this season, this recent patch, and he's just been really strong. If this god can be played properly, it's just ridiculous. We saw in last week's games that Parrot absolutely ran people down with the Odin. Let's see if some Loki boys as well. Sylvanas is going to be the god second picked for Nightly Koalas. I mean, with the amount of sustain and just pressure you get from Sylvanas, it's great, but going into late, it's not as good. And on the side of Going Ghost, we are going to see a Ravana and Artemis locked in. Now, I was just talking about Artemis with the auto attack stim buff that she got. And I mean, really strong right now. Probably going to see a bow build come out into crit. We will see going into these games.
I actually really do like the Robin with the Morgan pair because you can just double Robin ult the enemy mage or hunter, whoever is more immobile, and you will 100% just 100 them.
Exactly. And here comes a Soul, the other pick I was talking about. I mean, Soul just gets that much mid pressure. I can see Jay. I mean, I know he has a really good Morrigan, but I can see him losing a lot of pressure here in this mid lane.
I mean, could we also be seeing the Soul still go ADC though?
We absolutely could, and I mean that would help early against an Artemis. You can
Uh,
kind of just hit the W key, Sylvanas and Soul. I mean that's just
unless
nasty.
Ghost get something like a Ymir or Selbek is now banned. They need, if this is Soul ADC, they need something with a little bit of pressure to help Artemis kind of get out of black. Never mind,
Never mind, we are going
not
to see a
Soul.
Blanque. Yeah,
But
we are
even
going to
then,
see
we,
Visual
we still
Blanque
need to
locked
see
in.
something with a little bit of early pressure because X Ball early with the bolas, he kind of just gets free poke. Um,
Yeah, he
I
absolutely
really
does.
like the Jing. Really good punish onto the immobile Sylvanas. Unfortunately, X Ball does CC being dashed. But if it is timed incorrectly, Jing will still be able to pull him. And with the draft that Koalas has, I really like the early game aggression. if Odin can rotate out of solo early enough. If
Yeah,
Odin
I
doesn't
agree.
rotate early, I feel like they lose out on a lot of the early pressure that they can get with the Ratatasker, especially onto like. Obviously, I don't expect Odin to go all the way over dual lane, but the ADCs, like damage dealers on the side of Ghost, can't get outside of that Odin ult. Artemis is stuck in there. Morgan's stuck in there unless she ults, but she pretty much has to ult into like Jing or Rat to safely get out, or maybe just Odin herself. Because it kind of feels bad to use an ult into like Robin just to ult out of a cage.
Yeah, it absolutely does. And I mean, as this game gets later, it's gonna sway, I'd say, more into the hands of Going Ghost.
100%. Just
If
because Odin late game, when you have an Artemis that presses 2, that cage is not going to stand very long. And the Ratatasker's late game kind of falls off as well. He's more of like that early mid pressure god. In my opinion, Odin kind of falls off late game. In my opinion, Sylvanas is really good on sieges and defenses. I think he's one of the better gods just because he has the mana sustain, he has the HP sustain, but he's kind of just an immobile god. And you're
Yeah,
against
absolutely.
Robin, Artemis, Jing, like Sylvanas will unfortunately die off cooldowns.
Yeah, I mean, we are going to see the boy Mr. Bajo playing today. He's playing something other than Ganesh, which is quite surprising. But he is here, back in the local division and ready to frag, of course. I'm really excited to see these games, to be honest, because, I mean, Going Ghost so far have been absolutely stomping anybody they come against. But Seth definitely has a challenge today over in this ADC lane against Bunnytush, because from what I hear, she's supposed to be one of the higher end ADCs over here in Loki. So we will see. We will definitely see.
And here I actually was surprised to see if we were still going to see the Ragnas start. I unfortunately have not been able to watch the most recent SPL games this week, so I am a little out of the loop on builds outside of ADC. I have been ground pounded by those in ranked recently, so I know bow build.
Yeah, so I mean, bow build's definitely a thing. People are rushing Benevolence into Gauntlet of Thieves, but personally, I like to go into a Stone of Binding first before getting to go the Thebes, because I mean, if you're hitting hard CC, then it's just absolutely nice.
I have also been seeing the War Flag into Sovereignty builds, depending on gods and whatnot. But I have seen that quite a bit. I think War Flag's buff was huge.
Yeah, it absolutely was.
I am surprised that we didn't see Jing get War Flag. Sylvanas getting Benevolence, I'm not surprised by, or even a
Absolutely.
Watchers. I would have seen
And
that
I
from him.
mean, if you ask me, the with Leather Cowl becoming high into the meta again because of the movement speed it gives you when you're alone, I think War Flag is just really strong right now, especially in lane early.
I also think both of War Flag's upgrades are pretty wild. Getting that bonus power. Oh, Rat could be caught out here.
Rat could definitely be caught out, and good awareness from Going Ghost to both two up on those right mids there. We do see the Rat did confirm both of us, though, although he did take a hell of a lot of poke.
Yes. But he is... Oh, no, he has Eye of the... That's right. Eye of the Jungle super meta still.
Eye of the Jungle is incredibly meta right now.
Opinion on the junglers not upgrading Eye of the Jungle? Because that is something I have seen, is the lack of upgrades out of the jungle starters, unless you're playing like something like Tsukiyomi or something where you want that Boomba's hammer.
Yeah, I think Boomba's hammer is just a way to go forward with that sort of thing, and I mean, we are going to see the Rat take a lot of poke here, and he's going to fall here to Ravana.
Yep, I am surprised we didn't just see him back with the amount of poke he took early. It looks like he was out of potions.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he went towards the back camps after getting poked out in mid. And obviously, then mid got the pressure with the Ravana there as well. They went up towards Oracles to pick those up, saw the Rat, and that is a dead Ratatasker. We are going to see Ravana going over towards the left-hand lane here. Chak is picking up a lot of poke here, surprisingly, on this Odin. I mean, Ravana does come into left lane. He comes in behind, but it's going to take a hell of a lot of poke. immunity.
I believe Joe, yeah, Joe's dead here with that.
Joe is just a dead man.
I am going to assume, yeah.
And Seth does pick up the
Poor
kill, which
Joe.
is nice for an Artemis early.
I'm not surprised to see the Chalk out pressuring Odin here. Chalk's early game is kind of wild. He, like, with the slow he has and just the pressure he brings, Odin can't compete super early on. But I think late game, I think Odin definitely has the better advantage as far as what the two gods bring to team fights. Because I think Chalk late game just is not good in the slightest.
I mean, it depends how much you snowball, because if you can be a Chak and you absolutely snowball, Odin Blink is going to be popped there. If you do get to snowball as a Chak, and I mean, as you said, the pressure early from Chak is absolutely unreal. I mean, I think mainly it's due to the passive with him getting the free ability off of his passive. And I mean, it gives you the chance to sustain really well early. But I mean, back to what happened over here on left lane, it was a great gank there from the Ravana. Yeah, he picked up the kill over on Gold Fury. At that point, the left lane there, Joe and Bunnytush, they should have just saw that and backed up, because I mean, Morrigan and Rav were both in the left jungle. Instant aggression here. Bunnytush is going to have counter immunity. Ultimate is popped from Seth, and he's going to just drop the kill.
Is here, but I don't think he can unfortunately do anything outside of just getting them off tower line. Because X-Ball had the back there, so Joe just isn't 5 yet.
Yeah, Joe isn't 5 yet. Seth hit 5 and instantly popped that ult. Really unfortunate not to pick up the kill there on Blanquet. And I mean, we are going to see Blanquet pick up some wards at least. I mean, that's going to be nice. Joe needs to be careful here though, because I mean, if I was these guys, I would not let the Sylvanas sit there. I would just beat him up.
I think with the lack of mana that Artemis had at the moment, they weren't trying to do any hard commits. Artemis is probably looking back here soon, I would imagine.
We are just going to see a bunch of solo lane bots right now. Just getting free poke on each other, clearing the wave, going and doing totem, going back to wave, clearing another one, probably proxying a wave, and that is all you're going to see for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, solo, I imagine solo lane is going to be quite boring. I don't think either one of them should be able to solo the other.
There's no incredibly high pressure gods there right now. And I mean, even though Chak is going to get that early poke in, Wolfie is just going to get absolutely destroyed. I mean, Morrigan, great awareness just to hit that invis, hit the stun, blink by the Ravana, and that is a dead soul. And I mean, that is great for going Ghost right now, because I mean, if anything to me, if you're against a soul, you need to shut down early game. If you can't play the video game, it's absolutely great.
So, what does the green buff do?
I think the green, do you know what? I couldn't even tell you.
I'm
pretty sure if you are nearby to a god with a buff like red buff or purple buff, it extends the duration on that buff for the other person. And I think it might give crowd control reduction, I'm not too sure.
Give me 1 second.
We gaze ahead in time.
My apologies, my dog was chewing something.
Let me keep scrolling.
So we are going to see Ratataska pop a ward over there on that left-hand Gorpion, as I like to call it. A little bit of awareness. I mean, obviously, Going Ghost picked up the Chak getting a hell of a lot of pressure here, just like we've been speaking about. And I mean, this Odin needs to be careful. He's going to leave. He's going to up down inside. Here comes the Ratataska with the ultimate ability. Both ults are popped, and I mean, Chak's going to just walk out of here. He's safe.
That's 2 ults for Chalk's ult, but
yeah, I mean, this Rat needs to be careful because he's dead. Is he going to die to the bluestone ticket? Yes, he is.
Nah,
oh wait, it doesn't have bluestone. It was a minion. Yeah, that's not bad. Minions obviously OP as hell. Joe's in a lot of trouble here.
I would imagine this to be a dead Wolfie as well, unless she rolls for CC immunity, which she does not have.
No, she does not. She's going to pop the one. Wolfie is going to opt to back there, and I am liking the communication here between Jay and Kairos, jungle and mid. You do love to see that. They're obviously on the same page here, because they're just throwing everything they have at these these people. And we are going to see the Fire Scorpion picked up extremely early. Again, great awareness by Going Ghost. They know that Shaq has all the pressure. So rather than going for that Gold Scorpion, they pick up the Fire Wolf instead.
Ahead in time.
So, I now know what green buff does.
Okay,
So
enlighten us.
While wearing the buff, jungle buffs on nearby allied gods do not expire. It does not apply for those buffs. It also grants 50 HP and mana, and then another 30 for every physical protection.
Wow.
And once again, Chalk is just sitting here eating up all the damage in the world and healing right back up. This
Yeah, I mean,
Breastplate of
that do be
Valor,
kind of jacked.
I am not a huge fan of the item.
I think he should have picked up a Contagion, maybe.
I just think a Void Shield or something in general.
Void Shield
Breastplate
do be OP.
is kind of just not
Yikes.
that great.
I know that
it
it wants to cool down.
Yes, obviously, but I mean, it's kept Chalk alive. He also has a 3-level lead on each of them. They need to stop going on this Chalk.
Absolutely. And I mean, Seth is really deep here. Sorry, Bun is really deep here, should I say. Seth's in his own tower. Ultimate's going to be popped by Jablonke, and Seth's just going to take that wave there and back it up.
X-Ball wave pressure, man.
Yeah, you do see that happen. I mean,
Good
now
root
that...
beads coming out from Morgan.
Yes,
Good root
I
coming
mean,
from Joe into that stellar burst.
yeah, it was really good. I mean, Jay has to pop the bees there, but this man is already 3 levels up. Ratatasker is coming into the mid lane here. Jay needs to be extremely careful. He is just hanging about, lingering. Rat's going to bump into Ravana here, and he's on the opposite side of the jungle. Jay's here as well. Jay does still level up. Blink's popped by Ratatasker. All the damage in the world.
Here.
Ult's going to be popped, and that is a dead rat. Yep. Tusky do be OP.
Definitely think that Rat needed to ult and not go for that blink play. Because he just didn't have all that CC
my
immunity.
God.
Roving damage, boys.
Roving damage do be OP, and I mean, I've got to say it again. Jay there, up, down, in the tower, forcing Soul to pop the ult. It was kind of a little bit late because out came, sorry, I do apologise, Chak picking up a kill here on the tier 2 tower line with the gank for Ravana. Ravana did come behind the tier 2 tower and he just up, down, and then that's it, that's a dead soul. Going Ghost Star just going to Pyromancer.
Going Ghost currently up 8-0. The only lane that I think is in contention for not utterly losing right now is this ADC lane.
Yeah, but I mean, Jay does have those couple of kills that have been feeded to him through the ganks. I mean, Ratatasker in a really bad position trying to get that gank off, and I mean, with Tusky still being up, he was just able to kill him. Yeah. And then the early rotation from the Ravana picking a kill off of that as well. The further into this game, like we say, this game goes, the better it's going to go for Going Ghost, and they are snowballing at this point. 11 minutes in, 8-0, and they're looking at about 8,000 gold advantage already in 11 minutes. That is absolutely crazy.
I will not be surprised if we see Artemis back. If she can full buy her next item, I 100% think we see a gold Fury push.
Absolutely, and I mean, I get the chance to play against Seth quite a lot. Seth and me get along really well. If he doesn't buy Rage here, I am pinging him and calling him bad.
I actually think he goes Silver Branch. 100% honesty.
Yeah, you don't need it. You don't need it. And Bunny Touch is going to pick up the solo kill here onto Seth. Ravana.
Oh, no, X-Ball.
By the X-Ball, and that is a dead Jablonke. Ratatasker does have to back here as well, so I mean, with no ADC on the hand for Going Ghost, I don't think we're going to see this Gold Fury picked up. We obviously see all the things here.
Just taking
Ravana is really far in front at this point. I think Ravana's probably going into an Arendite next.
100%. No reason not to. Aaron
Yeah,
Dalton is quite
he has an absolutely huge lead right now. In jungle, it's not something you like to see, let's be honest.
No, it's not.
What I am surprised to see is Morrigan picking up the Zoom Orb, an item that we haven't seen in the meta for quite a long time since its since its nerf last season. I mean, to me, what I am surprised to see is no Spear and Magus picked up early.
I definitely think Soul should have gotten that early.
Yeah.
And once again, we see
Chat
Rack
just
come over
standing
to
there.
this solo lane and can't be doing that.
Yeah, I
Odin's
think
gonna
Rat just
get
needs
cut
to
off.
cut his losses, honestly, and Going Ghost are just going to pick the gold here again. Rat's free. And this Chak's just running through people. He doesn't give a damn. Ults are popped by Odin, ults popped by Ratataska, Sylvanas. And I mean, look at the damage he has took. Absolutely none. I think Rat just needs to cut his losses in solo lane and try and help elsewhere.
Like, I get he's trying to make so Odin isn't as far behind, but he's just dying.
And we are going to see a Shield of Regrowth bought there for the Chak as well.
Zoomy boy.
Looks like, yeah, he's going to be a Zoomy boy and he's picking up that Wingblade as well, is what I should imagine.
It could be a Witchblade to deal with the double AA coming out of.
That could be a thing, yeah,
Soul
the double
and
AA is
X-Ball.
nice. And I mean, if it is, great from the Chak.
Because I believe the Witchblade will still stack with his
Yes.
range.
Yes, it will. Ult's going to be popped there from Jingwei, burning the beads from the soul.
Oh, that was Soul Bead. Okay. Okay, so with the oboe being built out of Artemis, I actually hope it is a Silver Branch now, because I believe she's almost at max attack. And once she gets the Silver Branch, she would. Unfortunately.
Ultimate pop. Here comes
Rat
the
is dead.
Ravana. Rat is just a dead man again.
Silver
And
Branch.
I mean, Ravana ult is down here, but he does have the blink available.
He don't even need it.
He doesn't even need it. He didn't have the blink available, and he's just going to kill her anyway. And they are just going to take this left tier 1 tower here, get a little bit of pressure.
There's not a whole lot Koalas can do from this heavy commit on the left. Pyro's not up yet. They're not killing Chalk.
Invades coming in from Going Ghost as well. Jay is just going to opt to pick up these oracles here. I mean, still another 2.5 minutes on spawn from the Gold Fury. Being an Oni this time around. And I mean, these are just huge leads absolutely everywhere for Going Ghost right now. 2 levels in solo, 5 levels in jungle, 4 levels in mid. And I mean, even though ADC seems to be the only hope here right now for Nightly Koalas, she is also down 1 level on the Blanc here.
I mean, X-Ball is one of those where you can still kind of fight to it behind if you have the capacity going. And with him going crit, he will be swinging like a maniac in these team fights.
Yeah, he absolutely will. And I mean, we are going to,
Is
like you said, I think it is going to be Silver Branch picked up here by the Artemis.
Now it will with the completion of Oboe.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it was a
personally,
Wingblade from Chalk.
it was a Wingblade. I mean, I think you are right. Now you mention it, I don't think a Witchblade would have been a very great item to pick up, especially with the AA. We are just taking a quick look at wards in place right now, and we do see, obviously, Jablonke is placing wards like absolute crazy. And I mean, let's be honest, a lot of wards here from the side of Nightly Koalas, but I suppose in the case of Going Ghost, if the enemy team are dead, don't need wards.
Exactly.
This is going to be a full here onto the tree. A lot of more.
Don't
There you-
like the Jing ult there. I feel like they have
They're going to pick up the empty.
regardless. Here we go. We're just going to see double Artemises.
Yep, 16-minute Fire Giant, double Artemis. Absolutely cracked. Here comes the Odin though, he makes the leap over, he does pop the ult as well.
He did
But
not
he's not going to stop, he didn't
He will
do
not
it,
die.
and he will die
Rat
as
just
well
needed
for
to
it.
get up in the air earlier.
Yeah, I think if the rat was there a little bit earlier, it could have been different, but I think even still, they both still die off of that.
100%.
And I mean, this rat's in a bad position here. The ultimate is down for him, and he's just going to get absolutely bopped.
I could see game ending
Pretty soon. Yeah. So, I mean, they are going here for the tower on solo side of the map. They are grouped up at this point. It looks like the Jablonke is going to just split push the tower here on left. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference, to be honest, because even though the Artemis rotated out, the Jablonke hasn't been able to pick up that much farm here in left because of Going Ghost being over there and stealing all the farm before they rotated out.
I mean, they're going to trade 2 T2s for a T1 and T2, and X-Ball is at least getting some farm. Jing will back. X-Ball's dead here. Jing's going to chase him down, and his team's going to cut him off.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to bike. We are going to see the path in here. He's just going to opt to bike there, and I mean, this is a bad idea. Ultimate's going to be popped by Jablonke here. He's going to run towards the middle lane. Red buff is popped there. He's going to stay on the red buff, and this is a dead Jablonke.
I definitely think
Immunity is popped. Up down. Egg is popped. Ultimate from Soul.
Instead of backing where he was, I definitely think he should have gone down the draw.
It looks like we are going to see the Oni Fury picked up here by Going Ghost as well. Double Artemis again.
Rat will make
Ratataska goes up. He just needs to leave, let's be honest. You know it's bad when the enemy support is a higher level than the jungle on the team here.
Yeah,
Ratataska is not having a good time.
Starting to be a few of that, man.
Yeah, this is just going to be it's going to start to be a really slow bleed, and I think honestly, Going Ghost probably group up here and head for a Phoenix because they do have the pressure from the Oni waves as well.
Yeah, I think they just group up on this left wave, take this T2.
Can we see damage done, please? Hit 5 on your keyboard, bro. Thank you very much. And we are going to see this Ravana doing the absolute numbers so far. And I mean, Soul's just not being able to get into this game, as we've seen. It's great stuff here by Going Ghost. Obviously, just shutting the hell down on this Soul, and they are just going to walk into the tower here, pick up the tier 2, and I think they keep going. Honestly, they have the wave. They have all the people here, and they're going to turn around and run towards the Ratataska. I do not know why. Yeah, I think, to be honest, even if the rat comes in behind, he can't really do much.
It's pretty dead.
No, he ain't dead. It does get out.
Blade. Haha.
Odin is probably their best chance here. Jablonke does pick up the build route that I would have gone for, to be honest. He just picks up the Rage, going into a Wind Demon next, which I usually just pick up Deathbringer, to be honest. Blink is going to be popped here from the Ravana. Ultimate's also popped, and Rat just gets out, luckily.
That is huge, in my opinion, for Koalas. Because with Robin not having that ult, if they go to Siege of Phoenix and he gets stuck in there, he's dead. With Odin ult, Sylvanas ult, I don't think they're going to fight until Robin gets ult back.
I mean, to be honest, I don't think he does die. He has the Iron Die. He also has Berserker's Shield, so he's a little bit tankier.
I mean, Berserker only gives, I think, like 25 procs.
Yeah,
Berserkers gives a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. 35.
There you go, 35.
I think if he gets stuck into an Odin cage, into a Sylvanas ult, I definitely think X-Ball could kind of just shred him. If he gets lucky on the crits. Because Odin did pick up the Shoguns for the X-Ball. So the little bit of attack speed he's missing out on compared to the 2.5 coming out of Artemis.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly...
Additional 36 stacks on Silverbrand.
Oh god, Ratataska's in a really bad place again, and he's just dead. You can't be that deep in the enemy jungle when you are 5 levels down on the jungle.
Especially without ult.
Exactly. And
I don't even
Odin
think Odin
is
can
going to
handle
come round the back here. I don't think Odin can really even bother doing much. Jay's going to turn into the Artemis. Ultimate's top. Next follow. They are going to just go ahead on the big Iron Giant. Jay's loaded on Morrigan.
Robin ult coming down.
There's the Odin cage.
Good Odin cage just to get fucked out, but
They're just
with
going to run
Odin
them down.
relinquishing that ult now, I think this is just a free Phoenix.
Yeah, Chuck's just going
Chuck's
to walk
gonna
in
chase
there.
that
He doesn't
lead.
care.
Chalk just wants blood, man.
Vichak is just being absolutely insane right now. We're going to go ahead and pick up the middle Phoenix as well. I mean, Sol is going to be popped there to try and maybe regain something. Ultimate's popped
Good.
by Seth, and that is just a dead Jablonke.
Dead rat.
Rat's dead as well, and that is just GG's game 1 to going Ghost, let's be honest.
So, I could be wrong, but I don't think a single green buff was dropped.
No, I don't either, to be honest.
I don't remember seeing it dropped at all.
No, I mean, let's be honest, 19-1 in a 23-minute game. I think, honestly, Going Ghost probably could have finished that earlier.
100%.
They had that much of a lead. This Chak just absolutely snowballed, like we said, with the early pressure. Artemis managed to get ahead eventually, and, I mean, that just is what it is. And, I mean, I've got to say, the key behind all of this was the mid-jungle team-up. Jay and Kairos on the Ravana and Morrigan. It was just absolutely insane. They gave Wolfie not a chance to even play the video game. And that was just GG from there on.
This was clean. Very clean. I definitely think when they kind of chase Rat through the jungle, they
Would you like
should
to
have
pop your spectate ready, Sleepy, just in case they go straight into the lobby?
not have. I don't know. Overall, clean game. I felt like there were only a few mistakes, but when you're winning 20 something to 1,
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, even with a couple of mistakes, you can excuse them with the rundown that they just gave them. Yeah, that was a great game 1 there for Going Ghost. You do, in fact, love to see it. Nice, quick games, so we can get on with our lives.
yes. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to go to bed.
Bed? Wait, what time is it for you?
2:43.
PM?
Yes.
You need a mid-afternoon nap. Is that how bad it's getting now?
Nah, I drove for 8 hours. You
Ah,
boys were ready
oh,
to
yeah,
sleep.
you did, right? Yeah, I
Yes.
remember that now. Also, stream, I do apologise if you hear any screaming in the background. My missus has just got back with the children, and they are going crazy. Children do be loud.
Baby Cheetos.
The baby Cheetos. Ah, right. Looking at chat real quick, Scotty did confirm that that is his old team, the Chak. It's his old team, so he, he was just running them down. He wanted the blood.
Mm,
And I
unfortunate
mean,
for
so
them.
yeah, Monkey, it was a 21-1 absolute rundown by Going Ghost. And according to Josh, Going Ghost have 2 subs in right now as well.
That is how strong that team is.
Yeah, it's a really strong team, and I mean, I do like to see this in Loki division, honestly, because Loki this season is a lot more competitive than it has been in recent seasons. With all the 4 move downs and new faces in the league, it's like Loki division's like a 4 Mark II. It is absolutely crazy right now. There's that many good players in this division. And I mean, looking at some key teams, I mean, let's be honest, Nightly Koalas isn't a team to be pushed over. They are really good. I mean,
Yes.
Going Ghost right now, looking really strong, looking to pick up their third win, 3 weeks in a row. I mean, you see the Trash Pandas local division team, which I had the chance to play against last week, and they are really strong as well. I mean, our team in Ice Age, the Pterodactyls local division team. There's just some absolutely crazy teams out there, and no disrespect if I didn't mention your name in that list. It's just a brief example of the amount of good teams there are out there right
You
now.
know, Loki division definitely has some A1 like fraggers this time around. Loki kind of was always one of those where like a lot of people down there were, having fun, enjoying their time, and they seem to be going for blood now.
Yeah, it just became mega competitive. It is absolutely crazy. I mean, even KWM as well, another great team.
Just not their
we
rat
all
team.
love Pink.
They have Stinky Scrappy, so
They do have Scrappy, but Scrappy is a god.
well,
I
he's,
love
he's
I love
stinky,
Scrappy. They do have Tech though, and he's from Manchester, so.
Well, I don't know, bro. Scrappy's just a little too stinky.
I have had the opportunity to play with Scrappy
I feel bad for you.
in a team in another league, and I love the man. It just vibes, honestly. It just vibes playing the video game, and it's great.
You should have seen him back in season 3, bro. It was awful.
So we are going to quickly try and get the games back together, ready for game 2. With us using Smite Prime now. For the picks and bans screen, you do have to reset your game after every single lobby actually
Oh, is
loaded
that what it is?
into. Yeah, it's just kind of a thing. Otherwise, it bugs it out and it try and picks the same picks. So Sleepy is just currently reloading Smite game, and we will be getting into this. Thank you, Mr. Joe, for letting us know that you are ready, almost ready. I do apologise because you're just doing some roster moves right now. Big respect for that. We are just waiting on Sleepy Z, the forehead himself.
Sleepy G.
Sleepy G. Ooh. Afro Jesus has a date at 5 o'clock. We do love to see it. Try not to do anything that Cheeto wouldn't do.
That is horrible advice. Don't listen to that.
Absolutely horrible advice. We do love communicating with the community. We do love to see a bit of this.
If in your back of your head you think would Cheeto do this, and the answer is yes, do the opposite.
Do the opposite. And Scotty did just confirm that I am from Rotherham, so it's definitely not good advice. That is a good point. That is a very good point. But the main thing is to say here is, guys in chat, what do you think after game one, and what do you think is going to happen in game two?
My PC is not cooperating. Let me pull up Twitch. Swipe. Hopefully this won't get blast into my ears. I really don't want it.
Rightio, and we are going to head into picks and bans for game two of Going Ghost versus Nightly Koalas Lucky Division. You do love to see it. Obviously, Going Ghost 1 up right now after game one, a 23-minute game, which was absolutely insane. And first ban from Nightly Koalas, we are going to see the rosters switched around this time around. And Nightly Koalas is going to be first pick, Tiamat band, Rama band, which I mean, unless Bunny Touch has an absolutely insane Rama, it may be something to look out for. And we are going to see the Caliban again as well. Gilgamesh ban popped by Natalie Koalas, and we are going to see a little bit of a respect ban here from Natalie Koalas, banning out the Artemis. They don't want that smoke again, and the Athena ban is going to come out from Going Ghost. Obviously, Natalie Koalas having that first pick. They don't want Joe on the Athena.
Everyone here
These
knows Joe
bans
is a
are
lone
really
trick.
strange to me. I don't know about you, Outsurged.
I am.
We are going to see the soul open again, which I mean, I think Jay may pick that up.
Outside of Kali, I think the bans are normal ish.
Yeah, kinda ish.
I mean, Artemis respect ban. It'd be
I
how
think
it be.
Artemis, honestly, we're going to see it banned a lot more inside league games.
Yes.
And I mean, Rama, another really strong auto attacker right now. Bow builds have just become a thing again. You do love to see it because, I mean, I still like building crate just so you can do insane numbers. You do love to see those big red numbers. Apparently, according to Afro, Bunny has 28 stars on Rama. So that may be one of the reasons why Going Ghost are banning it. And Nightly
28
Koalas,
stars?
yeah, yeah. We are going to see Nightly Koalas pick up the Ganesh. That is going to be for Joe himself, as I mentioned last game. And here comes Jay locking in the Scylla. I mean, honestly, I'm really surprised they didn't lock in the Soul, and I think it may be a thing that Nightly Koalas lock in. We are going to see the Loki locked in. Honestly,
Someone's here to play.
yeah, please don't talk to me about Loki because the god is just busted.
I love Loki.
Loki is cracked.
Loki is correct.
Yeah, Loki is in fact cracked, and I mean, honestly, respect out to Going Ghost for actually doing their research as well, knowing that Bunny Touch plays a lot of Rama. We are going to see Nightly Koalas pick up the Baba Yaga here, and I mean, the Awelix is popped as well. We will see how that goes. It may be Jamie. I know they said they was doing a couple of roster changes. So we will see. Are we going to see the infamous Baba Yaga solo, though? That is the question.
With them being down 1-0, I don't think so.
Yeah, absolutely not. I agree. And we are going to see Seth go back to the one trick, and it is going to be Sunanos.
28 stars.
I'm pretty sure. I think Seth has like 8 stars, 10 stars on CERN.
I think I have like 28 stars in total.
I have. I'm pretty sure I haven't got a star on any god.
I almost have
Don't
4
need
stars
stars.
on Loki, so
That explains why you like the Loki.
yeah. I'm an old Loki fan. This new Loki is buns.
Buns. I agree.
I don't know about you, but I like being able to just delete someone before they have a chance
Yeah.
to think.
When you used to just literally ult on someone's face, stab them in the back, and they were dead.
The good old days. Solo
The
Loki
good old-
was the
Solo Loki
prime.
was horrible, bro. I used to hate playing against Solo Loki. And speaking of Solo, going Ghost,
Good
locking in
Golan.
the Cullen. And it
Here.
looks like Tyr is going to be popped here as well. Are we going to see the Wheelik support? Tyr, jungle. Let's go.
So I don't know about you, but if I don't hear a spam last tier with Manny on his hand, I'm gonna be sad.
I absolutely agree. I would just take the ban for that, to be
Oh,
honest.
100%.
Yeah, we do not condone any type of BMing or spam laughing insets. Just know that if you're doing it on tier, big respect out to you.
I definitely think Koala's draft is better this time around. A little bit more setup, a little bit more synergy. But then you look at
I
Going
mean,
Ghost,
yeah,
and
you
they
just look at
have
their team. Yeah,
oh boy.
I mean they have the pressure in duo lane off of Ares and
I think
CERN.
they have the pressure everywhere.
Yeah, they do. They have the
Outside
Stiller.
of jungle, I think a Wheelix will be better than Loki up until that late game hits.
No,
But I
I
think
disagree.
I think a Wheelix can run it early.
She's definitely strong, girly, but I
Because
mean,
Loki early game isn't all that great. Like you actually have to get items built up on Loki to really do a whole lot or feel relevant. I definitely think Loki's farm is a little bit better, but I definitely think a Wheelix's just fight potential is a
yeah.
lot better.
If Loki, if this Loki here, Kairos, can do what he did last game and absolutely snowball, I do think it is just GG.
100%.
And I mean, you did see last game Ravana he was playing. Ravana has really strong early game. And if he can get in front on a Ravana, it is absolutely disgusting, and that is exactly what I did. But I think if he can snowball in this game, it's going to have a lot more impact because the later Loki gets, the stronger he gets.
And a Wheelix, in my opinion, is the complete opposite.
Yeah, she just is yikes in the late game.
I wish.
So we are going to transition here into the game. Bear with me a second.
Oh, that's right. I'm a moderator on Twitch.
Sleepy's game did just crash because he stinks.
Sleepy.
We are going to get them to pause the game for us. We should be able to jump in once Sleepy's game is reloaded up again. Obviously, he's just absolutely costing.
Sleep is a troll. We all know this. Biggie troll boy.
I am just quickly communicating with Jay and Wolfie just to make sure that they pause the game for us because they do, in fact, love us.
I can't find the squid. Ah, here's the squid.
The squid. squids out in chat. They did pause for us, so as soon as we are in, we will be A-OK and ready to go for Game 2 of Going Ghost versus Nightly Koalas Lucky Division. Please bear with us during this advertisement break. While you're here, please download Raid Shadow Legends, obviously.
Free promos now?
I'm just doing a reach out program for the league, trying to get us some more representation, obviously.
I actually I saw an ad. Ninja is now in the game.
Ninjas in the game?
Yes.
Oh god. As in Ninja as in Fortnite Ninja?
Yes.
Oh god.
There's other ninjas?
I don't know. Honestly. I just had to confirm it was that ninja was talking about.
Unfortunately, yes, I can confirm. Blue hair himself.
The blue-haired man. And I mean, let's be honest, I could probably get us some outreach just by someone listening to my voice. Maybe Raid Shadow Legends will take this on. Exactly. So yeah, reach out to us if you want to hit me up. And here we go, back into the game, just in time. Let's get this game underway. So we are going to see Sunanos, obviously picking up the leather cowl, but he is going to go into Debos. I mean, I don't think the bow build benefits him, let's be honest.
So hear me out. Soul Eater on Kern. Kinda
So,
slow. Soul Eater.
I would say
Kern. Yes.
this is why you should be on the bench, bro.
Bro, I am on the bench. What do you mean?
Okay, then I will just say this is why you are on the bench.
Bro, I'm on a team of fraggers, bro. I got Moozle, Hag, and Slash. Bro.
It is.
How do I
absolutely true.
compete?
Try
Bro.
harder, I suppose. Try harder.
Try harder.
Here comes the long pause. Obviously, maybe Sleep can try and fast forward this a little bit. Hopefully so, because if not,
I know I sat there and I was like, oh hey, I got picked, and then I looked at my team. I was like, oh yes, the bench.
honestly, I was really surprised you got picked up so late. Let me be honest. Here we go, going into the game. Sleep is costing.
Oh boy.
We do miss the buff drop.
Oh.
I'm glad we didn't have to sit there through that pause menu.
Thank you, Sleepy. You are
Thank
a
you.
G.
G.
You know what's worse than having to sit through the pause while you're in a game? Having to sit through the pause while you spectate a game.
Exactly, I agree. Couldn't agree more. I think honestly we are going to see a bit of pressure here from the side of Going Ghost in duo. I mean, let's be honest, like we said, they're going to get pressure absolutely everywhere.
Yes.
They have Cullen over in solo lane, which just is absolutely horrible.
Like, don't
But we
get me
do
wrong.
see. I am really surprised to see Cullen pick up the Bluestone and then Tia went for the Tier 2 Uganda's mask.
I actually think they both should have gone Bluestone. Bluestone actually benefits them both more, in my opinion.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Here comes a wheeling store over towards the solo lane, and she does just turn around and.
I'm a huge fan of.
But he takes a hell of a lot of poke here, and Dexter's going to run it down and he'll just pick up the early kill here. First blood to Going Ghost. Def Senpai.
That is
pick
not
up the
what you
kill there.
want to see.
That is absolutely not what you want to see if you're Nightly Koalas. Loki's heading over here towards the solo lane. Dashes out here from the tier, and that is a dead tier. Loki picks up the kill. Blinks popped from the Loki, and you do hate to see it.
This is looking reminiscent.
This is extremely reminiscent, just on the opposite side of the map. Early cringe gank, as we call it, from Kairos there.
Yeah, the cringe gank.
Yes, we do love the cringe gank, and I will point out that we have seen a little bit of a change here because Gilla Cav has gone into mid lane, and we do have Wolfie in the jungle. Wolfie the fragger.
Oh yeah, Jay
Good.
moved over to solo.
Great awareness. They know they have pressure. They got the early kill, and they do pick up the purple invade. Obviously, support picking up that purple here, and they're just going to walk away. But we do see Joe on the Ganesh. I mean, you do love to see Ganesh. It's not played anywhere else but Valhalla League, just so you know.
The Ganesh is bad.
Ganesh is bad, but for some reason he has a really high pick rate in Valhalla. Chains are popped here by Ares. Joe's going to take the brunt of him, and I think Steph should have been a little bit more aggressive there because he could have got a poke off on the Ganesh.
I actually don't even know why Ganesh is like. Ganesh's kit is wild, bro.
Ganesh's kit is in fact wild. I'm pretty sure he has the most damage in the whole of the video game.
No, well, okay, ultimate maybe, but his ult does not compete with Kabrakan's 3.
Absolutely, I agree.
Kabrakan's 3 hits
Totally.
so hard for no reason.
It's cracked. And we are going to see Loki hit level 5 before the wheels here. Obviously, picking up that early kill, he's going to have a slight gold advantage as well. Steph has also hit level 5, so it's obviously to take the back. We're just going for the gauntlet of Devil's Devourer's gauntlet. Obviously, going to have to stack that up so he's not. We'll see the way this goes. Lokiel is going to pop there, so it's his next roll. That is just a dead block here again.
This is looking bad for them, Cheeto.
This is definitely looking bad for Nightly Koalas. And another great rotation again from Kairos. This dude has put in work in this jungle, and I mean,
Yes.
he played absolutely out of his socks in the last game, and he's doing the exact same. Yeah, he's doing the exact same this game. We are going to see Kukulkan go for a blue invade over on the other side of the map. Does he pick it up? I do not know. Obviously, Tia was able to secure the blue, so that is good for him, of course. But I he's just going to get all of the pressure he possibly can. Baba Yaga slightly falling behind. Jay obviously likes Zoom Orb because he does pick it up again here.
According to my ranked teammates, if you don't go Zoom Orb, you're doing something wrong.
Okay, right. So this is where I disagree because I think Charon's coin is just a better item.
Oh, I agree. I'm just saying my fantastic ranked teammates.
Yeah, obviously your ranked teammates are cracked. Are you in GM? SPL?
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Like, man, bro, I didn't know my plat MMR was playing with some pro players. Dude, PBM's in my lobby now.
PBM? Who is PBM? All I know is official cheat. Ultimate's going to be popped here from the Kukulkan, and he's going to go straight back in. Here comes Loki. Ult popped. Dash is popped by the Tia. And is he dead? No, he isn't.
Oh, that
he gets off the heal. The heal is absolutely insane. Cracked.
Now. So, last game, I dissed on Breastplate. I love it on Tier.
I do in fact love it on Tier.
So, Tier has huge mana issues. If you don't know that, you don't play Tier. I'm sorry. I could be wrong, so therefore I don't play Tier, but mana sucks. Okay? 20% cooldown and mana.
Yep,
Yes.
Absolutely.
Give it
I could not agree more, especially on the likes of a Tier. And I mean, obviously, Kukulkan going for the standard mystical mail.
Yep.
I mean,
No surprise.
yeah, no surprise there, to be honest.
I think cringe. Sometimes you need a little cringe in your life to be happy.
You do need a little bit of cringe in your life to be happy. It's kind of like Afro going on his date at 5 PM. But I mean, back to the game, and we are going to see Seth pick up 2-level lead early here on the Soonnos. Zoom Orb is picked up for Jay, and he has a 2-level lead as well. We are going to see Vampage now picked up for the Baba Yaga. And you do love to see it because he does pick up the Warlock staff as well. If you aren't stacking on Baba Yaga, you aren't doing it correctly. And
I've gotten baited so many times.
and yeah, Loki obviously has a slight gold advantage. He's going to look to go into trans maybe. The ultimate is popped here from Ganesh. That look, Eddie obviously picks up the kill there.
It's just
doesn't
damage.
Still manages to get out. There, Chiller Camp, Ostiol,
Carries all.
Baba Yaga ult, and then the beads come out from both the Baba Yaga and the Ganesh. Great awareness from Joe, by the way, to pick up the beads on Ganesh, because we all know nothing's worse than a Ganesh with no mobility than a Ganesh without beads.
Yeah, no, that's just
So yeah, great awareness from Joe there to pick up those beads. And I mean, Going Ghosts do pop a lot there. They do manage to get the Gold Scorpion as well, and they do manage to get the kill as well onto a Wheelix. Ultimate big is going to be popped from Cullen, and Jamie doesn't want any of that smoke because he's going to tap this year. The question is, what do you think about how the game's going so far out stage?
it is reminiscences, and it's not looking good.
I think honestly, it's been a lot more.
It hasn't.
It's not been as much as a rundown.
Yes, but it's a lot closer. We don't have that 3-level lead in solo, which is huge. I think a lot of it comes down to team comp. Loki is not Robin. And I actually think that's like where it all is, because Loki can't bring the same amount of pressure that Robin can. So he
absolutely can, but Loki does have those 2 kills early.
It's not like Robin where he will just ult into a tower and live through it. Loki has to be a little bit more careful with how he goes through it all. But once he gets Hydras, I see this game going into
yeah, whether he picks up Hydras or maybe he just chads it out and picks up the Transcendence. Ultimate is going to be popped here.
He has that T2 Hydra.
Oh, he does have the T2 Hydras, that is my bad. Yeah, so it is going to be Hydras that he picks up. Ultimate is going to be popped here as well from... Ultimate's popped from Loki, and is that a dead? No, it's absolutely just huge damage getting the kill off. And I mean, Ultimate is down on Baba Yaga here as well. I would have liked to see Scylla maybe pop Ultimate, because she just pick up the kill if that happens.
Yes.
Here comes a Wheelix over here. She does miss the knock-up though. And they were looking for, I believe, a blue invade, but it isn't up. Just a slight miscommunication on the timers, I'm guessing. If not, I think there was Tia. But honestly, I don't think we can kill the Tia, to be honest. No. Bit of power here. Oh my god! That must have hit her for about 700 already. I mean, with the 125 power that you get from the mob, I think that's the main.
And also, if she had any stacks, that's more power, right?
Exactly.
And Scylla ult has like what, 120 scaling or? Don't even get started on it.
Going Ghosts are going to group on the left side of the map. Bunny Tush is in a really bad place here. Loki ult is going to be popped, immunity from Bunny Tush, and Seth's just going to pick up my kill there. If it's me, Going Ghosts is going for the Gold Fury, and that is going to be what happens. Joe is going to lurk about. I don't think they contest this, to be honest. Nuclear is going to have to drop this early solo rotation. Going Ghosts just pick up the Gold Fury there.
I mean, clean.
Yeah, extremely clean. They pick up the pick in mid. They pick up the pick on the dual laner. and early solo rotation, which does slightly put Cullen behind. Doesn't really matter because, I mean, he has Void Stone in full. He can just walk into lane, even though. There you go, he's back on level par again. And Gold Fury, which is just going to keep on snowballing from here. I think it's a slow bleed. We are going to see like 6k gold advantage from Going Ghost already. Absolutely rocking all of the farm. If Sleep could be a legend and pull up grass real quick, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, just a slow, constant bleed.
That's nearly 6k gold. It's going to be about 7k experience as well. So the lead is definitely starting to set in for Going Ghost as well. We are going to see level leads in the jungle, a 3-level lead in mid on Vasilla, which is something you do not like to see. Ganesh is starting to fall behind here, 2-level lead for Ares. And Bunnytush is still farming really well, even though she has died 3 times already. We do see Suminos, who has just hit level 14 currently. He does have those 2 kills though as well, and he's going to opt to get the crit next.
I like it.
I also like it as well. So I mean, Devos into Assy. Assy is still strong since he's got the buff. Do we see a rage is the question, or do we see him rush Deathbringer?
I think it's rage. I think he goes rage Wind Demon.
Jamie is in a really bad place here. Ultimate's going to be popped from Scylla and the beat popped by Ganesh there as well.
Well, there was a tier there.
There was a tier there, and now there is. When the colour rotated over, at least they meant to do something and get the Gold Fury. Now the colour has about 40 seconds of free farming solo lane, and they are going to use that free advantage here with the solo. Ultimate's going to be popped from Wolfie, and beats are going to be popped there from Seth in reply. And like I said, just before that happened, Going Ghost Archer is going to take this solo pressure and on to take the Blink. It's going to be popped here from the low kick. Ganesh is going to, he's just going to ult straight back in. Ganesh is just an absolute dead man. And we are going to see a mid-combat pause popped here, which is not something you like to see, let's be honest. But it does give me a chance to talk about what I was going to talk about, and that is the solo pressure with the tier being dead off of a failed rotation into mid. And Going Ghost used that solo pressure to pick up the Pyromancer. They already have the Gold Fury, which still has another 2.5 minutes to reset on timer. And then they also managed to get the pick onto the support, who is already struggling as it is. Obviously, Ares having this lead, he has a couple of kills as well, which, I mean, Ares is known for his extreme amount of pressure that he brings. Add a bit of kills into the thing, and yeah, you're looking at a very nasty Ares. And I mean, now they're going to go ahead, take this tier 1 mid tower. They may possibly take the tier 2, I'm not sure. We are seeing a couple of low health bars. Cullen's looking a bit unhealthy, and he's currently tanking the tower. So, I mean, I can see them taking this tier 1 and probably backing up, to be honest. Looking to get some
could be 1 HP, and they will still run it down, bro.
Exactly, absolutely. I mean, but this Baba Yaga does have ult available. So this is something we may see popped. Baba Yaga is literally, and here comes the unpause. She's about to.
I mean,
here she is.
I'm assuming Seth is going to come right back to mid, and X-Ball's still over left.
No, it's by Baba Yaga. Loki's just going to absolutely run it down. Loki takes a hell of a lot of Loki. He's going to go in biz, and Seth's just going to head into the tier 1 tower and hit that for the tier 1 tower. We are going to see.
Yeah, they're just going to play it safe. They might try to attempt to cut off the X-Ball rotation, but he's just going to back, so are they. Good call not to attempt that.
Yeah, absolutely. And we are going to see Rage picked up by Seth, like you said. That was expected, but
don't like this. I definitely think that should be a win.
Should be it. Yeah, I agree.
And if he's going XC, okay, you know, like he needs pen. So if it's XC, it be how it be, but if he's going into Kins, I don't like it. He
Yeah,
has
I don't.
0 pen 16 minutes into the game.
Honestly, if you ask me, he just picks up a Wind Demon, picks up a Death Ring, and just hits those red numbers.
I mean, I can understand wanting Xe, because with the Devos build, you typically do the Aussie, or not. With Devos, you typically do the Xe build.
Yeah.
Xe into the crit, but with him going the Aussie, he's kind of going down on lifesteal, so he can't slot in everything he wants. I see this going Xe Wind Demon, and just kind of cutting his losses on the Deathbringer.
Yeah, we will see how it goes. And I mean, he does have a slight lead here, 2 levels. And we are having a couple of problems here with the stream quality, but do not worry about it. We will try to get it back. And here comes the audio back again. Apologies for that. It looks like Going Ghost are going to opt to just... I mean, after the fight in mid there, they managed to get the tower. Chains are popped here. Baba Yaga's just going to...
Baba's weak.
Yeah, she is. Yep. She didn't go anywhere. That's going to be
the national.
Absolutely.
Should die.
Ares ult is going to be popped. Koalas just going to absolutely walk away. And Joe's in a bad place because Seth's going to pick up the kill there. And he does dash in as well. Absolute madman. Here comes Loki. He's in phase and he's going to pick up the kill here onto Wolfie as well. And Bunny Tush is going to hit those big red numbers. We do love to see it. And Loki is a dead man. We do love to see the kill steal there.
Went so poorly.
But I mean, even still, Going Ghost are going to fight.
And that was all huge coming out of. That was a huge play coming out of Joe Devil Bob. Like, I don't get how that 3v2 went wrong.
No, neither do I, to be honest. I mean, obviously the Baba Yaga misplayed the dash. I think, honestly, the Ganesh was what made it well.
After the dash, everything looked great. It was double Wheelix knockup, a Wheelix ult. They had to go back over the lines. It had to have been this level deficit. They just don't have the damage to kill him.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if they're on level bars here, they already have the Fire Giant and they're just going to opt to go and pick up the Oni Fury as well. Gav is going to hang about. I don't think it's something that he really wants to do. He was looking for the steal, I mean, understandable. They do not manage to get it, and again, like we said, it is just going to be a slow bleed. And I mean, this Loki at this point, let's be honest, he's just running it down.
Yep.
He's level 17. He's 4 levels up on the Elite Leagues. Not something you like to see. Scylla as well, with a 4-level lead. And I mean, even Sinunos, even though he's only got a 2-level lead, he does have that full executioner now. And looks like he's going to pick up the Death Ringer next. So he has the percent pen. They are going to look to just rotate over to the duo side of the map. Just absolutely stripping every single bit of farm that Koalas have available. And I mean, Koalas at this point, due to the lack of farm, they're not able to really do much. Tia's going to have to go to the solo lane, clear this Oni way, otherwise it could get even worse. Going Ghost is just going to absolutely run down this duo lane and try to get this Phoenix. They do have an Oni wave in here as well. Cullen's going to pop in. Ultimate is just going to zone like hell. This is absolutely nasty for Nightly Koalas. Ultimate's going to be popped here as well. Kairos is going to kill, and that may be GG. Let's be honest.
Should be GG.
Ganesh is just an absolute dead man. Tier's going to walk in, and Tier's going to die. He's going to roll. Ultimate's popped by Loki, and Cullen does get the kill there as well. They are resetting the Titan bow here as well, and oh my god. Seth and Kairos pick the kill, and he is just a dead man. Baba Yaga's too late, and that is GG's. 2-0 to Going Ghost, Loki division over Nightly Koalas. Absolutely strong display from Going Ghost. A 20-minute game and a 23-minute game. Apparently they was playing a couple of subs as well. They looked incredibly strong in those games is what. I mean, Kairos is just absolutely OP in jungle. I think is where a lot of the leads were actually coming from, is due to this. Obviously, we did see a lot. I think honestly, the big part of this was communication between the middle and jungle. We did see an extreme amount of communication between those, and Nuclear in solo lane was just able to run
Nutty.
down. He was just able to run down slowly. I didn't think down solo lane, but able to do the exact same thing as well. What do you think about these games? What do you think about these games, Outsurged?
Huge team play coming out from Bill and Ghost. Very little. They had 2 deaths across both games, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Like huge synergy, huge team play. Great jungle and solo were huge, in my opinion. Both of them
Yeah.
looked phenomenal, game 1 and game 2.
Yeah, and I mean, Speedy Pico, big respect to this man, because if you change someone, they're just dead. Let's be honest. He ran people down on this Ares. He did the exact same in the first game. Nobody gives love to supports, but I'm going to give love to the supports today, because we do love to see it. And I mean, great stuff from Nightly Koalas as well. You played a very good game. It's just unfortunate that today was the day that was for Going Ghost. Just put out an excellent performance here, picking up the 2-0 win.
3-0 for them now, correct?
Picking up the third win of the season for them, 3-0, all in 2-0 sets as well. So
Very strong.
you do love to see it. We are going to end the stream here now. Thank you very much for watching. Big respect out to everybody who has tuned in today on Valhalla C1. We are going to have games up soon again. If you want to head over to Valhalla C2, that may still be live. I am not sure.
I can
It's
double
the
check it
yeah.
real
It's
quick.
the that is the Nightly Koalas Odin Division versus Olympians Odin Division game, and live on C1 at 5 p.m. we are going to have Feeding Frenzy 4 Division versus Olympians, and on C2 it's going to be Far Out versus Trash Pandas Odin Division. So be sure to tune in for those games.
The other set looks to be over already.
The other set looks to be over. So yeah, it is going to be your 5 p.m. sets that are going to be next up. And thank you to Sleepy for being the spectator on this game. You do love to see that bit of commitment to sit here and say absolutely nothing about the game. Um, and thank you to my co-caster Outsurged as well. It has in fact been a pleasure. I've been
As
Cheeto.
you.
Yes, and
Everyone
will
have a
see
great
you all in the next
afternoon.
one.
Hope to see everyone in the following games. It won't let me. Is this being so weird? I'm so confused.